Hey everybody, and welcome into another video. My name is Ty. Thanks for clicking on this one. And as the title suggests, today we're going to be taking a look at my top 10 most expensive albums according to Discogs. And obviously that can be kind of a loaded thing there because Discogs sometimes isn't the best representative of value. And again, I don't really care what the value of these things is. I thought this was just a fun experiment. I've only sold a handful of my collection in my life. One time I sold everything, but that was because of a move. And but within the last 6-7 years, I've barely sold anything. I've traded things in for trade credit, but I've replaced it with other things. So monetary value isn't why I collect. It isn't why I'm a music lover and a music listener. But I figure this is a fun experiment anyway. I'm kind of curious to see values on some of these things and was kind of surprised by some of these things as well. And how I'm going about this is I'm going with the median value. So I might have some things in my collection that have sold for more, but that's absolutely a peak value and it's not a good representative of what people are actually paying for it. Median is kind of a good representation of what these things are actually going for, at least on Discogs. So yeah, I got top 10 albums. We'll start with number 10 and work our way to the most expensive. And I left box sets out of this because to me, box sets kind of cheating. I only have one that you could kind of consider it a box set, but it's one album and there's no really bonus stuff in there. So I didn't do box sets. So that is the one caveat. All right, but anyways, guys, let's start out with this one. Number 10, Live Facelift by Alice in Chains. This was a Record Store Day release from 2016, and it was limited to 5,000 copies. So I'm actually to see, kind of weirded out to see the worth of this thing because that's quite a bit of copies. And I bought this like only a few years ago, and I bought it brand new, factory sealed. Yeah, this was an album that I think, I don't know if it got left over from the store or it was pre-owned but just never opened. Because I found it at one of the Zias. It wasn't even in the used bin. It was just in the Alice in Chains section. And yeah, they had it marked at like the $22 or whatever it was. But yeah, median price for this right now on Discogs is $106.91. Which is crazy to me. I understand Alice in Chains stuff for the longest time was super expensive. A lot of it's getting reissued. But this shocked me because it's out of 5,000 copies. I have number 426, so a pretty low pressing. But yeah, this is a pretty good release. I still have not opened this, not because I don't intend to. I just never had any incentive to because I've heard this stuff before. So I was like, I'll just keep it sealed for now. Maybe eventually I'll open it up. But yeah, you got It Ain't Like That, Man in the Box, Real Thing, Love, Hate, Love, Sea of Sorrow, Bleed the Freak on here. So really good, really good live era of the band as well. So yeah, I was really shocked to see that this was going for over $100. So really cool find. Cause like I said, I bought that, years after it had come out. I maybe bought that in like 2023. It really wasn't that long ago. Like I said, it was still sealed. So I don't know if the store had it floating around or what. This next one I've got framed up because it is signed. I got it signed by the entire band on the band's second album tour cycle. They did a signing at one of the Zia Records. It was the opening of, I think, the Tempe location, the new Tempe location. Not the old Tempe location on Mill, but the new one that they did. And they were touring on their second album. So it was one of the band's first big, it was the second album, I was positive. It was one of the band's first, it was for sure the second album because we got both of these signed, the first and the second album. But this one is the more expensive one. Ghost with their debut, Opus Eponymous. And again, it's a framed up because I have it signed. And we've got, there we go. Tobias Papa's signature right there. And then the Ghouls just had stamps which is a pretty cool way to sign. So that's what all the different triangles and symbols are on there with the different goals. And to Ty, Papa Emeritus the second, because yeah, this confirms it was the second tour. And this is the 2010 UK first release. But this is the limited edition blue version. This was out of, there's the LPs. This was out of 400 copies. And I bought this when it came out. In 2010, maybe 2011, maybe. But I was into Ghost right at the beginning. I remember when they got posted up on Metal Archives when they played Maryland Death Fest. I think that was one of their first U.S. shows, if I remember right. And yeah, so I've been into them since the beginning. And one of the few bands I can say that I was there at the ground floor because I'm younger and I listen to a lot of bands that are way older than me. But yeah, this one coming in, I don't know what it would go for signed. And my other copy of their second album is also signed by the band fully. But anyway, unsigned, it'd be 107.56. So yeah. I don't know what I could get for it all signed. I do have some pictures floating around there somewhere of us meeting the band, which was super, super fun. Not super shocked to see the price on this. I figured this would have been a more expensive album just because of how big the band has gotten, for sure. And like I said, that is a limited release. It's limited to 400 copies, which is almost nothing. Moving on. The Midnight. Really cool synthwave band out of LA. Yeah, if you like synth stuff, they're one of the biggest bands in the scene. Highly suggest check them out if you haven't. 109.99. This is Days of Thunder. This is their EP. I can't remember what year this is from. One of their early EPs. A lot of their stuff is self-released. You got to get it from the web store, and that's what I did with this one. This is the 2022 reissue on blue with white and black marbling. So yeah, $109.99 is the median price on this. A lot of their stuff is pretty expensive, so not super shocked to see the price of that one either. We'll go into the video game soundtrack territory. The Final Fantasy VII picture disc set. This sounds absolutely horrendous. It's not worth owning for anything other than a collector's item. I am a huge video game nut, huge Final Fantasy fan. Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorite games of all time, so had to have this when I saw it. And yeah, this is the 2020 repress, is going for $117.80. And I actually don't think for this original soundtrack of the original game, not the remix, I don't think they have a regular like black LP version of that. I think it's only that picture disc you can buy. Not super shocked to see the price of that because it is kind of more a culty niche thing. But I'm kind of shocked to see that repress is still that much. And yeah, I don't know. They're not good. They're not good to listen to. Like, just listen to the soundtrack on YouTube or Spotify. Much better than listen to those picture discs because they sound absolutely atrocious. But whatever. I'm happy to have it in the collection. All right, let's go with some Rush. Rush in Rio. Their live album from 2002, I think, 2003. This is the 2001. This is their comeback tour. But yeah, Rush in Rio. This is a 4 LP set, so kind of cheating here. It's kind of a box set, but it's just live album. There's no bonus tracks or extras in here, posters, any of that gimmick stuff. Yeah, $122.90 on this. And yeah, I bought this when it came out. This is the 2019 reissue though, so I don't know what original pressing goes for. Absolutely love this. One of my favorite live albums of all time. What a great set. But yeah, Rush in Rio, $122. Next up, one that I knew was going to be pretty expensive and one that I bought the day it came out. Fear Factory's Demanufacture from Runout Groove. This is blue, solid white, and black transparent mixed vinyl. So yeah, this is a 4 LP set. 3 LP set. 3 LP set, and you also get the Ozfest 96 set on here, which is pretty cool because that was recorded in Arizona. So really cool, kind of local history there. $128.12 on this one. Great album. If you're into any type of industrial, highly recommend that. It is essential listening. Next one. Soundtrack, Into the Wild. The soundtrack by Eddie Vedder. Love this movie. Love this book. Love this soundtrack. Eddie Vedder, obviously from Pearl Jam. This is nothing like Pearl Jam. This is way folk inspired, just acoustic guitars, that type of stuff. Great, great soundtrack. Honestly, might even be better than the movie. It's like, I love the movie, but the soundtrack is just amazing. This is the Music on Vinyl issue. It's $180.12 median price on here. So really great. This sounds excellent. It's an excellent sounding pressing as well. Highly suggest that if you're into any type of folk stuff. This next one, you're going to be kind of like, why is this in here? Metallica's 72 Seasons. But this is the Phoenix Red Splatter. So Metallica, on their recent tours, they do pop-up shops. And they did one in Phoenix on the 72 Seasons store, which you went and saw them. There's my code I got for at the show. They were handing out these to scan and to win stuff. Didn't win anything, but I threw that in here. So stood in line at the pop-up shop and picked this up. This is $195.65. It's absolutely crazy. There's not a lot of sold listings on here, but yeah, this was only available in Phoenix. So this is the Phoenix exclusive. They were doing stuff related to the sports team. So this is basically Arizona Cardinals colors, the red and white splatter. And not my favorite Metallica album. This is still sealed. This is pure collector scum. It was, we were going to go to the pop-up shop anyway. I own almost the entire Metallica discography. The only thing I don't own is Saint Anger, and I'm never going to own Saint Anger. But anyways, had to pick this up, and yeah, I'll probably just keep this sealed forever, to be honest with you. I think it was like $40-50 when it came out, so good to know that I could, if I wanted to flip it, more than double my money probably. But it's going to be a very niche thing. Like, I'm going to have to find a Metallica collector and then somebody's that's collecting variants of that album, or somebody who also went to that show here locally and they want it as kind of a memento of that show. So yeah, it's a very niche thing. Probably never would be able to sell it anyway. Next one that I was super shocked to see, Dream Theater's Images and Words. This is the 2016 Music on Vinyl release. This sounds amazing. It's a stellar pressing. But I am shocked that it's $201.74 median price. The reason being is because this got a recent reissue. So I'm kind of shocked to see that, it's still going for quite a bit of money. This version. Maybe this version sounds better. I don't know. I haven't bought the reissue that they did this year or last year. So a lot of the Dream Theater stuff's getting reissued, which is good. I like that. Get the albums out there. Get them in people's hands, man. None of this shit should be this expensive and this rare. Like, especially for a band like Dream Theater. Like a massive band, all that shit should be readily accessible. Their studio albums especially, man. Just keep them in print. They'll sell. They're a massive band. I hate labels and shit. Putting stuff away. Just put it out. Make money. Like, there's demand for this stuff. But anyway, yeah, over $200 for this median price. And this is gold and solid red. Love this album. It's kind of shocked to see that it was still going for so much. I did pay quite a bit for that. I think I paid I don't think I paid $100, because that is probably over than what I would pay, especially for a single LP. I think I paid like $75 to $100, somewhere within that range. So good to know it's median for $200, but that might have been a sealed copy for all I know. And then last but not least, not really shocked to see this, but Typo Negative, World Coming Down. This is the 2020 Run Out Groove issue. remastered. This is on stereo green, or green and black mixed. This is the 20th anniversary edition of this. Like I said, that came out in 2020, 180 gram. And yeah, I was really keeping up with a lot of the typo stuff. Run Out Groove was doing it a lot. Really great pressing, sounds excellent. I bought this used secondhand. It was almost brand new though. Came with the poster and everything. $229.58 median price on this. All the typo stuff, you know, which is crazy because a lot of it's readily accessible again. A lot of it has been reissued, but a lot of it is still expensive, especially a lot of the variants. So yeah, this is the most expensive by median price anyway, single album, non-box set that I own. Typo Negative World's Coming Down. Great album. Absolutely depressing and miserable album. Like, they went from October Rust to that, which was like October Rust, really gothy, really kind of pop sensibilities, into World Coming Down, which is just like, we're going to do kind of the polar opposite, a really depressing album. And I dig it for that. Like, it's a really good album. But anyways, guys, that is my top 10 most expensive by median pricing category on Discogs. So yeah, let me know down below, what are some of your most expensive pieces in your collection? Did you like any of these albums? Did you dislike any of these albums? Let me know. Hit the like button if you made it this far. Subscribe, and we'll see you next time, guys. Peace.